Hey participants, we're students, we're all students, we go to UCF. We're just trying to do a project, our teacher's making us put it on YouTube, and try and teach you guys some stuff. Please do your best to do well on remembering what we teach you. If you ever see us at UCF, we'll give you some candy.
Team information sharing. Team communication. The most important part of working team is good communication habits. Team communication is important when everyone is trying to reach a common goal. If you cannot communicate, any hope of reaching a goal is lost.
In a perfect communication system, a sender transmits or sends a message that is accurately received by a recipient. There are at least 3 points of possible error, however. The sender may fail to send a message. The message may be sent but is inaccurate or distorted, or an accurate message is sent but is distorted or not received by the recipient. There are 3 common biases in communication. The first bias is bias interpretation. Recipients hear what they want to hear. For example, when people are given neutral information about a product, they interpret it in a way that is favorable toward their own position. The second is curse of knowledge. Team members who know information don't relay the information because they believe it is already shared by the team members, even though it is impossible information for the others to have. The third is uneven communication. A couple members will control the conversation. For example, in a typical 5-person group, 2 people do over 70% of the talking. This would not ordinarily be a problem except for the fact that the people who do the majority of the talking may not be the people who are the most informed about the problem. Alright guys, we're going to give you a few seconds to read over this and really understand it.
Examples of information problems. Common information effect. Distributed information holds more weight in group decisions. If more people know information, even if it is not accurate information, the group will go with that information. The information that is better known will be decided on as correct. This becomes more common with the size of the group. Hidden profile. Each person has unique information but does not distribute it because of the common information effect. If every group member has little information about one particular thing, even though the information is more accurate, it will be overlooked because of the common information effect.
Distribution of information problems. There are 3 types of distributed information in groups. The first is a non-overlapping case. This is where each person has unique information. This requires that all group members discuss all the information to make a decision. The second is distributed or partial overlap. This is where there is common information but also unique information. This causes the hidden profile error and common information effect, because the shared information holds more weight in group decisions than the unique information. The third is fully shared. This is where everybody knows all the same information.
Things that do not help communication. Increase the amount of discussion. Even when teams are explicitly told to spend more time discussing information, they still fall prey to the common information effect. 2. Increase the size of the team. As team size increases but the distribution of information stays the same, the tendency to discuss common information increases. For example, the common information effect is more pronounced in 6-person groups than in 3-person groups. 3. Increase information load. If members of the team are given additional information but the relative distribution of information remains the same, the common information effect still plagues the team. In fact, The bias to discuss shared information is most likely to occur when there is a large number of shared facts to discuss. Groups perform better when they can reduce their cognitive load.
Team decision making, pitfalls and solution.
A rational model of group decision making. Orientation. Define the problem, set goal, plan the process. 2. Discussion. Gather information, identify alternatives, and evaluate alternatives. 3. Decision making. Choose group solution. 4. Implementation. Adhere to the decision, evaluate the decision, and seek feedback. Pause.
Overconfidence. 94% of college professors think they are above average. 90% of drivers believe they are above average. For this, overconfidence bias is a tendency for people to place unwarranted confidence in their judgment. Overconfidence leads people to focus on their teammates' strength as opposed to their weakness and neglect the strength and the weakness of their team.
Ethics of team decision making. What to do. Don't overreact because there's no need to reach a decision quickly, as each decision needs to take time. Ask for others' input. Each member is an equally valued member of the team. Come to a consensus. When making a decision, make sure everyone knows the evidence and knows what's going on so they can make a clear, well-thought decision. Take responsibility for failure or accountability. Think critically and independently. Not everyone needs to agree or conform or to be liked or to do anything else that would just agree to make a consensus. Come up with your own decision in your mind and then ask everybody else's input so that a clear decision is made. What not to do. Make a decision immediately. Make the first decision that comes to mind. Don't be hasty on any choices that you make. Give it time. Don't question the decision. Blame each other for bad decisions and criticize negatively to make a choice. None of this needs to be done because it impedes the progress and process of decision making and team performance. The Abilene Paradox results from group members' desire to avoid conflict and reach consensus at all costs. Basically meaning that when members want to make a decision, they will avoid conflict, they want to get to a group decision fast, and they won't really think it through. 6 causes of self-limiting behavior in teams. The presence of someone with expertise. The presentation of a compelling argument. You shouldn't be convinced so easily when making an argument or trying to make a decision and come together for it. A lack of confidence in one's ability to contribute. An unimportant or meaningless decision. Pressure from others to conform to the team's decision. This is the part where everyone should just work together and know each other's strengths and weaknesses so they can work most effectively. And a dysfunctional decision-making climate.
6 ways to avoid the Abilene Paradox. Confront the issue in a team setting. Conduct a private vote. Minimize status difference. Utilize a scientific method. Provide a friendly environment for arguing viewpoints openly. Take responsibility for failure.